Also, others, Rajat, is important because you've got 3 LJP leads, you've got 3 BSP leads. And clearly, therefore, we've discussed this as a potential X factor. If the others tally goes beyond 15% and they get, a dozen seats, that can change the equation. Yeah, remember, 68 plus 9 others comes to 77, playing RJD 84. So it is actually closing in the last 20 minutes. What appeared like a one-sided election is becoming a tighter race for now.
Really, I think it's a very close election, and it will be too early to call this election at this moment. Yeah. I believe if NDA crosses the 100 mark and it enters into the triple digit, it is game on. Anybody can form the government from henceforth. So I believe that we should all hold our horses.
Because if the NDA is over 100, that would mean that the RJD would be around 120, 125, but would be... For the RJD, of course, 123 becomes the big number. Remember, as you said, some Congress leaders have even gone to Patna, Javed, because they are fearing poaching. Randeep Surjewala has been sent specifically. Shakti Singh Goel, who's in charge, is in hospital with COVID. So they've got a problem there. But if the numbers tighten up, then it's game on. As Rajat says, once both sides are over 100, no one over 122, you're a game on.
Certainly. Then, in fact, then I would even go to the extent to say that it will be advantage NDA, but given because they are in central government, and if the past is anything to go by, they can turn defeat into victory with the slate of hand.
It's very clear. If you look at the new trends that are coming in, yes, this election is now narrowing. At least in the leads that we have right now. We have trends currently for 163 seats. The NDA currently leading on 68 of those. The RJD alliance on 86. That's minus 18 for the NDA, plus 14 for the RJD. If I do a party-wise breakup, so maybe this will change again. But just over the last half an hour or so, the election has become tighter than it was in the first 45 minutes. 40 leads for the BJP. 61 for the RJD. So even at this moment, it's the RJD that's the #1 party, but the BJP at 40, JDU at 24, VIP of Mukesh Sahni at 2, the Hindustani Awam Morcha has 2, Congress is 19, CPIML has 4. Swapan Das Gupta, could you still hope for a late recovery? Or do you think it's a little too late in the day for that?
Well, there's no harm in hoping for it.
So is 100 plus, does 100 plus Swapan make it an open election? If it is a hung assembly,
I'm very old-fashioned in some of my views, and normally I believe that every election has a winner and a loser, and so what happens day after the counting is another matter altogether. But on the day of the counting, I think still I'm very glad there's a closer fight, because that enhances interest in the television programs. But,
do we know who the 9 others are at the moment? We know that the BSP is leading in 3 of them. We know that the LJP is leading in 3 of them. We know there is 1 independent. My sense is that the others will become interesting because they could damage both sides. Yep. They're damaging, LJP is damaging clearly the JDU. But some of the others, I think, are also now starting to...
So 5 for the LJP, 2 for the BSP.
Right. So that, and the others are, and there are 9 in all. So clearly now, you've got the others also playing some kind of a role in this election. I still think, Rahul, the big picture is the RJD hammering the JDU in seats of direct contest. If there is any one reason why they'll go over the halfway mark, it'll be that. So, Rahul, that's the big X factor to look at, right? That RJD versus JDU tug of war. 77 seats?
Yes, because as Swapanji was saying, in this election, even whatever the outcome, RJD has come from behind, right? In a sense, they are basically the challenger. And if they manage to sort of pin JDU down in their seats, then you have...
So how do you explain then the anti-incumbency? The RJD doing very well against the JDU, but in a 50-50 fight with the BJP...
That is what the anti-incumbency is. And anti-incumbency has been pinned on Nitish Kumar and not taken by...
So it's schizophrenic at one level.
It's a schizoid anti-incumbency.
Yeah. No. So have you seen that happen before? Two parties are allies.
No, but in India all sorts of permutations and combinations happen.
No, are you surprised that in an anti-incumbency, the anti-incumbency focuses on one party principally of an alliance?
No, I think what is really happening is that there seems to be more a sort of a disquiet over leadership
of Nitish
rather than-
Kumar.
So,
yeah.
Rajdeep,
I think, you know,
Punjab
very
election-
unfortunate, because I think Nitish Kumar in many ways is a very, very competent politician, but there is no accounting for how people
Maybe wrong
react.
place, wrong time in the way he's handled COVID and all that's happened in the last 12 months.
This sort of aloofness,
Yeah.
which he actually, the sense of aloofness which was very marked since the pandemic started. You know, Naveen also has that style, but Naveen has managed so far.
Very interesting, yes.
Rajdeep, you were asking, have there been any precedents of one ally pulling down the equation? Look at Punjab elections. It was Akali Dal, and the maximum anger was against the Akalis. BJP was still holding on to the ground then, but because of the absolutely
But the Akali was the major ally, therefore the government lost.
they were trying to...
The Akali BJP alliance was 80-20.
Yes.
Here, this is a 50-50 alliance.
Yes, Rahul.
SP-BSP in UP last elections, 2019.
Yes.
They were together. The BSP managed to get 10, while the Samajwadi Party could not, I think, touch only
But
5.
BSP got seats because of Samajwadi Party.
It may be anything.
Look at the moment,
Point
very
is somebody won
interesting.
seats.
You know, one of the things which is going to become important as the morning goes on is the Lok Jan Shakti Party. Remember, this is a party that primarily fought against the JDU. At the moment, they are actually in leads in 6. Now, these are 6 leads, all of which are JDU constituencies. And assume double that in terms of the seats where they are damaging the JDU. So the JDU is suffering from all sides. It's anti-incumbency, it's got elements like the Lok Jan Shakti which have targeted it. So, you know, it is bleeding in a way, it's hemorrhaging on different fronts, unlike the BJP which was relatively insulated, fighting the Congress in 37 seats in
You
one
would say that LJP is losing the seats it won last time.
LJP at the moment is leading in 6 seats.
Oh.
These are
Doesn't matter
6
where
seats
it
where
went
they are leading. You know, I'm just saying, assume that double the number of seats, they are damaging the JDU. It becomes that the JDU also suffers from the LJP's attack.
See, all I can say is that in the event,
Yes.
the Mahagathbandhan majority is 12 or something around 12 to 15.
Yes.
Then I think the sort of approach of the LJD plus a sort of Madhya Pradesh strategy is sometimes very well,
Now, what is the
within the realms of possibility. But today we are talking about the election returns. So I
Yes.
think let's concentrate on that.
Yeah, so as we look at those